So hello, thought I'd just do a spontaneous talk as I sometimes do midweek, because I don't have a set time midweek because there's so many other speakers. And yeah, I was having a conversation with a lady who came up to see me up in the mountains here, which was really nice. Someone who's into non-duality, and she was asking me about destiny. Hi, Claudia. She's asked me about destiny. She said, was this destined to be? Is this what's destined to be? Hi, Donnie. Well, yes and no. It's destined in a sense as it can't be anything else. So it's not destined, is it? It's not destined. It actually just can't be anything else. There was nothing leading up to this. That's what destiny is. I think destiny is like, hi, Gordon. Destiny is like a kind of it's a me story of hope. This was destined to be, so everything's okay. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Lee. Yeah, nice surprise that people are here as well. Never known it's spontaneous. Could just be talking to myself. Hi, Joe. So destiny is like a kind of comforting story, isn't it? It was destined to be, it can't be, it had to be this way. Well, yes, it did have to be this way, but it didn't lead up to anything. Nothing came to this point, only as a story. And there's no future destiny. And we were also talking about reincarnation as well. I think reincarnation is a story of hope, isn't it? That I will be reborn in some other life, and that I can give meaning to my life here because I had past lives which I imagined. I don't know anything about reincarnation. It never had any interest here. But this idea of life outside of this is a me story. It's hope. Hope that it has some meaning for me. That it all came to something for me, that it worked out for me. If it doesn't work out, then was it, the me story is like, well, this wasn't destined to be like this. When actually nothing's ever moved. There is no destiny. Destiny is a story. This is absolutely in free fall. This is absolute freedom. I was also earlier thinking about people tell me about their experiences, their energetic experiences, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course, and that can happen. And that happened here, but it's absolutely not meaningless, but it's not, freedom can't be separated out into experiences, into energetic experiences of well, any experience. The freedom is beyond experience. It's beyond the experience of an energetic shift or a toing and froing and a meing and being. It's beyond that. That's not freedom. There's no state of freedom. But the me always wants a state of freedom. It wants to know the freedom, and it will never know it because it's a dream, an apparent dream, but a dream. Is this one that thinks it's somebody's nothing? A big fat nothing. Full of dramas, full of stories, full of hopes and dreams. Getting there. Getting to this. When what is all there is, and it's utterly, utterly free. Ramona, yes, I'd like a state of freedom too, please. Hi. Yeah, that will never happen. The freedom is. Just is. Hey, Keel. It's amazing, isn't it, how this appearance of a me is so wrapped up in itself. It's like there's a body walking around on a planet full of stories about anything but what is. It never has stories about what is, unless it's unless it's thinking what is it, you know, is it, you can't say what is it as a me, you can't. Because it's still a story. What is cannot be described except for it's just here. Non-duality is not freedom. The subject is not the freedom. The words are not the freedom. "'Tis," says Joe. Nothing is the freedom. Nothing. Nothing that you can name or talk about. There's no freedom in this body as a state. There's no Lisa who's free. There's no other speakers who are free. There's just words speaking about freedom. That isn't the freedom. All there is the freedom. It's sublime. It's appearing. It was never destined. It was never destined to be this. This is absolute chaos appearing as order. Absolute anarchy. There's no authority. There's no authority in non-duality. There's words spoken, but none of them are right. There's nobody who has the right words or the wrong words. It's just life appearing as words. And life appearing as a connection with those words. Some people think that Donald Trump's words are the truth. Go figure. Or the words from the Bible. No words are the truth. There's no truth. This is beyond truth. This is beyond segmenting everything off into little pockets called the Bible, Donald Trump, non-duality. It's all the same thing. It's all the same freedom. It doesn't belong to anybody. Nobody's making it happen. There's no separate thing making this happen. There's no creator making this happen. Ramona, to go, like, take away freedom delivery. Yes, I'm a body filled with stories. That's the other thing I want for me personally. Someone to take over, drive thinking part of my brains out. Yeah. Well, that's another of its stories, isn't it? That I want somebody to do it. I want somebody to give me freedom. That person isn't giving me freedom. They're speaking non-duality, or they're speaking this, and I'm still not free. I want it. I want it. The lament of the self. I want it. I want it is the freedom. Appearing is not freedom. Honestly, if I could deliver freedom on a plate, well, that would be crazy for a start. Make a lot of money though, right? Rather than no money. Poverty-stricken Lisa. The sense of self lives in hopes and dreams and wants and trying, and it's like a constant hamster wheel of running towards nothing, running in a circle over and over and over, spinning, going nowhere, and it'll never get there because it is there. It is it. It can never be seen from that perspective, but it is it. Yeah, you're free to ask questions, by the way. I'm going to be here for a while. I was trying to do it before Rebecca, and then I realized, oh, Rebecca's on really soon, but I'm an hour ahead, so I got time. I love seeing the YouTube recommendations down here. This is what they think I want. Nibiru, shocking, 72-hour warning. Great. Reptilians inside the hollow earth. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing that this life can appear as so many appearances and forms? There's no end to it, is there? No end to the appearances. All the life, all the forms, all the concepts and ideas. What a wonderful, full appearance. It's just so everything. And then there's me that wants to get to it, wants to get to this amazing aliveness, when it is the amazing aliveness, no different from Reptilians inside hollow earth YouTube video. I mean, look, it appears as all those spiritual teachings of all those suffering people trying hard to get to what already is. If I meditate for 25 years, I'll get to what already is. Gave my neighbor a pudding. He's just saying how nice it was. All the chanting. If I wear these robes and do my karma, what's it called? That Indian thing, karma yoga, I'll get to what already is. What a dream. What a running. It's just running, running, running all the time. It's like it's running towards something which isn't there. Running on the spot, constantly. Never moves. Claudia. I read somewhere yesterday that nothing ever goes wrong. I so love that. Yeah. How can it be? How could it go wrong? Because it can't be anything but what is happening. Joe, stop complaining. Well, stopping complaining wouldn't do anything, would it? Might make you less moany, perhaps. Yeah, Claudia, nothing ever goes wrong. It's always perfect. Always perfect. Even the death of the body, it can't be any other way. It's absolutely just how all it can be. Tracy, I just started Tai Chi. I can feel desperate seeking energy. I know it's hamster wheel, but may make prison more comfortable. Yeah, for sure. That can appear. You know, someone's it can appear anyway like that, can't it? Like if the body's sick, you know, what's the point in having the concept, well, there's nobody who can go to the doctors, so I'll just be sick. That'd be mad, wouldn't it? Make the prison more comfortable. Apparently. But it's not really a prison. It just feels like a prison. It's the illusion of a prison. But there's no bars, is there? Where is this prison? Where is this person? Where is the life it fantasizes about? All that's happening is sitting in a chair or a bed or wherever and fantasizing about something else that isn't happening. Ramona, haha, shit, far out. Freedom on a plane, I know. I'm a hamster on a spinning, running towards finding a way out. Yeah, that's right. Way out of what? What? I can't believe this is it. This seeking is, this wanting is it. It can't be. It is. Finding a way out of what? An invisible prison. A non-existent prison. Just an apparition. An apparent apparition. Trying to find my way out of a fantasy. I'm a fantasy looking for a way out of my fantasy. And the whole time you cannot actually find where it is. You cannot find it. It's got no solid ground whatsoever. It's just an appearance. And it will never accept what's being said here. It will never accept it. And it would run screaming from it if it could see it. It really would, because there's nothing left for it. Its life is finished. Tracy, yes, in my mind already imagined being a master of Tai Chi, lol. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, already. Yeah. It just lives towards this moment where everything will be all right. I will be all right. Everything will be fine when I'm this imagined master of Tai Chi. It's exactly what it does. It lives in this dream of the day everything is okay. When everything is okay. Everything is completely okay. It's more than okay. It's the wildest, wildest life. This is wild, wild, wild life. Wild. Look at it. You know, the me thinks we're living in a moment in time. You know, we're not living like with horse and cart anymore, and when there was no phones or anything. It thinks that this is another time. We're living in this time. So funny, loves this. Yeah, it is. It's mad, isn't it? The stories that the Stories that the me comes up with for its completion. I will be complete when I find this. I mean this. What I find sitting on a chair, watching a video, or whatever is happening. Then it will all be okay. But it will never be okay for the me. It'll only be okay for a while. And then it goes on with its seeking, because now this thing, now I'm a Tai Chi master, right? I'm a Tai Chi master. I've got students, I'm respected, and all that. Now what? Now what? I still feel separate. I still feel incomplete. Oh, thanks, Claudia. So there's no me, and now what? It always wants something, doesn't it? It imagines like, so now there's no me, now what? Well, now nothing. Now nothing. Now just sitting, speaking. Now just drinking cold tea. Now just nothing, nothing. Ramona, yes, when you say it so happily, I almost hear it. But I'm with Tracy. Prison is in the head. It ain't true, but it feels like that. Yeah, that's the illusion. The illusion is so hermetically sealed. It can't, it's just it's like a kind of a perfectly sphered ball. There's no way out of it, no way. But the ball is illusory. Ramona prefers to keep her life complaining about mine being a prison. Apparently. Apparently so. That's how it appears. It's a dream, Ramona. Where is it? Where is it? Where is this prison? But I feel the prison. I feel it. Yeah, it's a feeling of a prison. But is it anything? Is it anything at all? No. Bhakti. Happy Diwali from India. Oh, happy Diwali to you too. Here it's Halloween. We have the equivalent of Halloween, or in older times, Samhain, which was the pagan New Year, where they brought in all the cattle to save them from the elves and the trolls. In the teaching that I had as a child, bring the cows in, and then light the streets with scary lanterns made from turnips, actually, not pumpkins. We used to make them from turnips to scare the trolls away from the streets. And then we put bread and milk out for the elves because we like the elves. So that's our equivalent of Diwali. It's called Hop Chine, and it means, it's a Hop Chine, Tralale, and it means trolls in the sea and the elves are forever. Really nice, huh? Okay, so I'm going to be here for not much longer because my neighbor gave me a really nice Spanish omelette. So I'm going to go and have that soon. But if anyone wants to ask any more questions before I go, I am happy to stay for a while. So that's the illusion, running. Seeking's just like running. It's the same thing. Haha, Ramona, haha, where is the prison? Who is this you? It's a dream. But shit, Lisa. Ah, it can't be a dream. From which perspective do I look at the world then? It's so confusing. Well, you can't look at it from any perspective. There's two things. Still the same thing, still the same aliveness. There's looking at the perspective of the me, and then there's no perspective. It's an apparent dream. It is there. It appears, but it's not a real person. It's not who you are. That's the dream. It's the dream of me. An apparent dream of me. Because it feels like it remains the same, but it doesn't. It's just appearing. From which perspective do I look at the world then? Well, you can only look at it from the perspective of the me. I'm not going to my neighbour. I'm not going for dinner with him. He's just brought me around a plate with some Spanish omelette on it, which is really nice. Donnie, what are we though? We aren't anything. We're just aliveness. Just aliveness. Just here, being this. That's it. We're looking for something to give us an answer. What are we? Why are we here? What is this? This is beyond whys and wherefores. Beyond it. Thanks. I'm gonna stay for 10 more minutes. That's okay. It's okay. I don't really have a set time for eating, really. Ah, thanks. Made my heart so happy for a reason I can't get at all. Yeah. Well, here I can't get anything at all. There's nothing is got, no one to get anything. All that's over. Tracy, Lisa, your body organism does yoga and has changed your diet, just happened naturally for no one. Yeah, for sure, yeah. Well, I like to stay healthy. You know, I don't want to fall apart as I get older. So I look after the body. You know, and I had a shoulder injury last year, so I'm making sure it doesn't get worse. Making sure just don't get unhealthy. Don't like being unhealthy. Feels rubbish. But it's just for the body. It's just the body. It's what the body does. Nobody's doing it. No one made that decision. It just happens like that. Everything happens like that. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing Tracy. Nobody's doing the me. There is no me. There's no me being me. Joe, Beyonce. Beyonce. Well, I know that she's some kind of singer person. Beyonce. I'm not into pop music. There is no me being a me. There's only aliveness appearing as a me. Joe. I wouldn't eat running eggs. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to go. It's quite a short one, but you know, I just felt to come on and yeah, talk about this amazing nothing. Okay, well, lots of love, guys. Probably see you Sunday, unless I Donnie, thank you. I'm really getting it. The greatest illusion of all time. I'm really getting it. Nobody gets it, Donnie. Anyway, thanks, guys, and see you soon. Take care. Bye.